Protests across Nigeria have continued, with organizers and prominent figures expressing dissatisfaction with President Bola Tinubu's response to their demands. Key figures, including former Vice President Abubakar Atiku, Nobel Laureate Prof. Wole Soyinka, and human rights activist Femi Falana, have criticized the president's national address as inadequate and lacking substance. The protests, which have been ongoing for several days, are fueled by widespread grievances over economic hardship and poor governance. Protesters had put forward a 15-point list of demands, calling for the president to address the nation and respond adequately. However, the nationwide broadcast delivered by President Tinubu did not satisfy these demands, prompting the continuation of demonstrations in various states, including Lagos, Osun, and Kano. In Lagos, protesters gathered at Goni-Fahimi Park, but police restricted them from holding a procession beyond the designated area. Prominent activist Deji Adeyonju labeled the president's speech a complete disaster, criticizing Tinubu for failing to address the critical issues raised by the demonstrators, such as the rising cost of fuel and electricity tariffs. In Osun State, protest organizers expressed disappointment that the president's address did not specifically address their concerns. Ajola Adetunji, a coordinator of the protest, emphasized that the protest would continue until the government provides concrete solutions. Similarly, in Kano, protesters, mainly youths, expressed dissatisfaction with the president's response, carrying signs and even waving the Russian flag as a symbol of seeking alternative support. Tragically, in Katsina, the protest escalated into violence. Hoodlums hijacked the movement, attacking churches and looting properties. Churches such as Living Faith, Deeper Life, and Anglican Church were vandalized, with significant property damage reported. Pastor David Jeto of Living Faith Church confirmed the attacks, noting the theft of various items and damage to church facilities. Prominent figures and organizations have reacted to the president's speech and the ongoing situation. Atiku Abubakar criticized the address for neglecting the economic hardships faced by Nigerians and failing to offer tangible solutions. Professor Wole Soyinka highlighted the issue of police brutality against peaceful protesters, urging a review of the state's handling of protest. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, condemned the speech as insensitive, noting that it did not address the pressing issues of food insecurity and currency volatility. The Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, echoed these sentiments, lamenting the president's lack of empathy and concrete action. The Nigeria Employers Consultative Association, NECA, called for urgent economic reforms to alleviate the suffering of businesses and citizens alike. The National Association of Maritime Transport Operators, NAMTOP, criticized the quality of the president's advisers and called for justice for protesters killed during the demonstrations.